Oh my God. My special guest today on Humans Using LinkedIn. Hey, I'm working here. Be quiet, Alexa. Lordy, she's so rude.
He's a busybody.
I might just leave that in the video. On camera. Oh my golly. My special guest today is Jackie Joy, and I'm tackling a little bit because we just had the coolest little conversation. But anyway, Jackie works for a company called Selling from the Heart. And we met a long time ago. And then Jackie said, Teddy, I want to be on your show and I want to talk about X. And I'm like, please, please come on my show. Jackie, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. I think this is like the third or fourth time we've done a Zoom call, and we somehow or another we end up cackling along the way. Hey, let me tell everybody who the heck I am and what this show is, and then I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Are you good with that?
I am perfect with that.
Cool. Hey, for those who don't know, I'm Teddy Burriss, and I'm a LinkedIn strategist, trainer, coach, advisor, mentor. I'll hug you through it. I'll sometimes stand on the street corner with a sandwich board and proselytize the power of LinkedIn. And I hope I'm using the right word because I've been using it for some time. I own a business called Burriss Consulting out of North Carolina. And for me, I discovered a long time ago that LinkedIn's all about humans using LinkedIn. Humans having a conversation with humans. So thus, I built the show, and this is show number 6. And my special guest, again, is Jackie Joy. Jackie, would you be so kind as to introduce yourself to the viewers?
I would love to. Thank you for having me again. My name, again, Jackie Joy. I work with Selling from the Heart. And some of you may know Selling from the Heart. It's a book. It's also a very listened to podcast. Mm-hmm. But what we do is we help sales teams. We go into companies and we lift the hood under the sales team and find out where their strengths and weaknesses are. And we take those weaknesses and we help shore them up with coaching and training. So, and one of the biggest reasons I do this is because trust is at an all-time low. And having trust and authenticity and credibility from a salesperson is just the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah. Lift the hood on the sales team. Do you ever lift the hood on the sales team and then say, a moment of prayer, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Going, now we know why they're stepping over $13 million a year in revenue. Okay, I get it.
All right. So you and I chatted a while back, and you said, Teddy, I want to bring this conversation. Being yourself, talk as if you're in the same room, and your messaging must resonate with the other person. Break that down for me and share with us what you're thinking.
So many years ago when I started on LinkedIn, and it was not nearly as many as Teddy or a lot of other people, but for me, because you're sending messages out and you're posting and you're doing some of those things, but it's like, okay, what are people wanting? So it wasn't really about what I wanted to say. It was about what do they want to receive? So I literally had to think of, because I was in the insurance space for 10 years and we did a lot of face-to-face appointments. So I actually had to go into my mind and going, okay, if that person that I'm now trying to reach out to is sitting in front of me right now, what kind of conversation would we have? And that made it easier for me instead of just coming up with, because there's so many ideas and stuff like that written in. I have, like, as you can tell, 1 million books. I love reading and learning. So psychology and sales are my 2 go-tos, but there's, their ideas that worked for other people. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to work for you. You have to find out who you are. So I was trying to follow some of the things that other LinkedIn learners like Teddy, not Teddy stuff because I hadn't met him yet, but it wasn't resonating with me because it wasn't bringing that full heart-centered, really curiosity about that person into play.
Yeah, I'm with you. Often we're some of my peers, and I have some really fantastic peers, but some of the peers that play in my sandbox, that they are so business tactical So, do this, then do that, and then do this. And, and it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
And, I know the organization is selling from the heart and some of the people that you work with, and it's not a numbers game. It's a human interaction. It's a relationship development. And my words are, if you meet enough people, get introduced to enough people, have a real human conversation with enough people, you can find the right people that end up moving into business conversations.
Absolutely.
It's much richer for you to be you. Be as, by the way, when I say that, Jackie, be you, be the real you. What's the dude's name? Dr. Seuss says, be you. There's no one that's youer than you. I think there are some people who shouldn't be themselves online. And I'm being blunt, trying not to be critical, but there are just some people that the best thing you can do online is keep your mouth shut. Now, I said that, and I apologize for being that blunt, but sometimes I do feel that way. But for most of us, and most definitely including Jackie Joy, when people hear us speak, and we do it right, we do it with the right intentions to help others, not to sell. And that's rich. And I'm grateful that I'm in a community with people like you who feel that way.
Thank you. Yeah, and I 100% agree, because if you are, most of the time, there's a lot of people that are trying, like you said, the tactics that are out there. They're coming across, my partner Larry calls it being an empty suit.
Yeah.
I call it having commission breath, because that's what you're looking for. You don't care about the person. You don't care what their thoughts are, anything that their needs, their challenges, anything. All you're looking to is sell your products or services.
Yeah.
But, and you know what? There are some people that do okay with that, but they also don't keep their clients long-term. Their client's going to be the first one looking for an exit strategy and finding a new product or service, because people want to be treated like human beings. I hear a lot about, oh, it's tough to get into the C-suite, because you're not trying to treat them like a human being.
They're the C-suite.
The C-suite. You're trying to just have this conversation of your products and services before you even had a, hey, how did you get in your industry, by the way? What made you, out of all the industries in the world, what made you choose LinkedIn? What made you choose, whatever?
Yes, but whatever.
So it's like that we've missed that whole art of being curious about the other person first, and then moving on. And that's what's happening with LinkedIn every day. And I like responding on the, so did you really care to know what my thoughts and concerns were in comparison to this that you're trying to pitch me? And oh, by the way, I'm an executive coach and I help people just like you. So
yes, I'm with you.
So I have fun with it, but most people just get annoyed that they're getting reached out that way. And then it ends up giving LinkedIn a bad name, because it's like, all I'm getting is this on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
When it's not LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's
how we're training people.
Yeah, I refer to it as the bad actors on LinkedIn. And I told you earlier, Jackie, that I stopped all outreach in 2019. Now, I've been on LinkedIn since 2005. Wow. And got serious around 2010, 2011 about using LinkedIn, about building my brand on LinkedIn. That's a long journey, 2010 to 2019, where I was building my business and really, building my brand and building relationships. I would never have been able to stop my outreach if my only intent was to constantly sell. Right. But building my brand and building connections and building followers of people who, I'm grateful that they think I'm someone they should pay attention to. That is, and building trust and respect, that is what allowed me to stop outreach. Otherwise, I'd be selling every day, and I don't sell.
And that's what people don't realize, is when you are coming from a heartfelt place, a place of, I'm more concerned to make sure I put you in a better place than I found you, other than your products and services. I stopped doing health insurance 2 years ago. And
Mhm.
I still, every single week, am getting referrals for insurance.
Yeah. You
But
should
that's because
capitalize
I
on
did my job well.
Yeah, you should capitalize on that, by the way.
I do. I actually now share the wealth and give it to my
I'm with
friends that
you.
are still in the insurance space.
Yeah.
But people don't realize that. And you're doing the same thing with LinkedIn. If you start treating people like they're a human being on the other end and not just something to sell at, they're not a vending machine. Put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
People are not a vending machine. You
I
just don't
like
go put your little credit card in and get your products and services. But that's how we're treating people in today's business. And it all starts to me with the training.
Yeah.
You know, the minute you get someone onto sales, they hand you a script. Now, the script was written for someone decades ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the first thing you're doing is don't be yourself. I want you to be whoever was on this piece of paper.
Right.
So, and they're doing the same thing when it comes to social media. This worked for one person, so everyone has to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Worked for one person back in 1952.
Right.
Jackie, I love it. And the cool thing is, I understand you, I understand Larry, I understand selling from the heart, the whole business model, and it's really cool. I'm grateful to have bumped into all of you guys over the years. You have a mindset series that you do. When do you do that mindset series?
I do. I started a few weeks ago because not everyone can afford to have an individual coach.
Yeah.
So I did this more as a community service to help, especially people in sales. Of course, everyone's in sales. They
Yeah.
don't want to say it, but they are. And every Monday and Thursday, I post I put a new post out on my channel
On LinkedIn.
to explain just different steps that people can do to start getting more of a growth and successful mindset for themselves.
Cool, cool. So I'll share your LinkedIn profile URL in the YouTube video and on the website when I post this video. So Jackie, thank you very much for joining me. My closing point is this. What's the dude's name? Dr. Seuss. Let me see if hopefully I don't butcher Dr. Seuss, because he's the man, and he said this: you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. So let people discover the real you when you're on social media, when you're in a social or media or LinkedIn conversation or public engagement. Be sincere, be transparent, be you. Don't be that dude who that script was written for back in 1952. Jackie, thank you.
Be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
I love it, dear. Great to see you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Teb.
Bye-bye.